Hey guys, Aiden Jenkins here, and today I will be doing a review for Kid Cudi's 2014-2015-ish album, Speeding Bullet to Heaven. Okay, so I am deeply inspired by Fantano's work, and I was thinking, hey, how about I do a review of albums that he's given a no good on, a not good on, and seeing how my opinion will differentiate be different from his. I was trying to be smart for a second. It sounded stupid, but I was trying to see how my opinion could be different from his within my review. And so I decided, hey, Speeding Bullet to Heaven is a perfect starter. So let's get into it. I wrote everything on a full document, all 26 songs. Everything is described through what I heard when listening to the track. So I have Confused, which is the intro track. Okay, so Confused starts off with a bluesy, grungy guitar sound that is pretty catchy when you hear it for the first time, but when you listen to the same riff for the same 2 minutes, it gets pretty tiring as well as the drums. As for production, it sounds pretty messy. It's not great, but it's not bad, and that's coming from someone with very poor quality production when it comes to their music. But what makes me different from Kid Cudi is I'm not a global superstar. I think the lyrics are very bland too when it comes to the verses, chorus, and bridge. Around the 2 minute and 20 second to 2 minutes and 38 seconds is a part of the track where it felt like it fit for me, with the lyrics going, I hate the drugs, but I love the known. I hate the gun, but I want the sun. And it's not the lyrics I really like around this part, but it's more the guitar switch up. That sounds perfect for a style of singing. But let's go on to the next track, shall we? Man in the Night. Here is another cool guitar riff that goes to waste pretty badly, and if you watch my review, I want to say straight to the point, I don't hate Kid Cudi, as I have listened to projects by him that I love, like the Man on the Moon trilogy and Kids See Ghost. As for keeping me awake, I think the same song keeps me more awake, but I still think it's something I'd I'd still not listen to in my spare time. I also find the Beavis and Butthead skits to be quite annoying. Even though I'm a fan of the show, I just find it as corny as Corey Feldman putting the Batman sound from the 1966 show while referencing Charlie's Angels. Screwed. We'll go into the next track. Kid Cudi's vocal reflections sound a lot more better on this track, with the mix being a little bit better than the previous two tracks, Confused and Man in the Night. The only problem I have mostly with this track is how there could have been more done with this song for this particular instrumental, like having it not sound like it was looped over and over and over, doing more with it, but I'm not particularly mad at it. Fade to Red. The guitar instrumental gives off early 2000s Weezer vibes, but it gets wasted pretty quick by Kid Cudi's poor vocal performance and the annoying sound that blasts from the 2 minute and 25 to 2 minutes and 52 mark. Adventures. The song Adventure starts off with this weird and annoying guitar sound that starts at the 0 second to 24 second mark. Although I hate the guitar sound that gets played at the very beginning, I find the hip hop drum loop that starts playing around the 6 seconds to 25 mark to be actually pretty good and quite frankly something that I could see myself sampling in the near future. As for the instrumental he chose for this song, it goes pretty good with his chosen singing for this song, but it gets boring pretty quick when you realize the whole 6 minutes of this song is basically just a loop that goes nowhere and doesn't get anywhere. This song also ends with at least something, and you want to know what that is? Another Beavis and Butthead skit. The Nothing has a cool synthetic synth in this song, but it all gets ruined with Kid Cudi's vocals that sound like it was recorded by a poorly executed shitty microphone. Shit, I wouldn't even call it a song. It's just a poorly executed interlude that no one really wanted for this project. Amen starts off with this creepy whisper tone that sounds to my ear that is saying, I can see it to you. But this is just another track that's just an overall throwaway with the guitar riff being cool as all hell, but gets ruined by Kid Cudi's vocals that sound like it's being recorded by a poorly secured and executed shitty amplifier. Number 8, Handle with Care, is one of those songs that's just fine, but I think it's way better than most of the tracks that we've heard so far into the projects. But execution-wise, it's a snooze fest. I think the instrumental sounds actually amazing for Kid Cudi's vocal style, but it could have been executed better, if you know what I mean. But of course, in this track, we have another Beavis and Butthead skit in the end of the song, like I said before. I like the show Beavis and Butthead, but I don't understand the point of them making short little features on this project. It might just be more of like the creative process for this particular album. I don't know Kid Cudi's mindset when going into this project. So maybe if I hear from his perspective, I might get another, like, I might give it a new rating, but it really just depends. Fairy Tale Remains has one of the best drum loops I've heard on this project, with a pretty chill bass guitar that appears in the background. Kid Cudi actually sounds vocally fine on this song, but I feel like this is one of those songs that could be executed better. And hey, maybe one day Kid Cudi will come out with his own Taylor's version and make his own version of Speeding Bullet to Heaven that sounds even better. Wedding Tux has another pretty chill guitar instrumental, and as far as Kid Cudi's vocal performance, it sounds at least a little better. It's not trash, but it's fine. Like, I feel like if Cudi did more with this track and made it even better, working on production, his execution vocally, I think it would be a better song. I don't feel as for lyrics it's that bad. Now we go on to Red Sabbath. It has a really chill guitar tone for the instrumental. For this song, I think the instrumental sounds fine, but as for the production side of things, it sounds like what I used to do on my Soundtrap, where I'd rap over a YouTube beat on a different tab while I record my vocals on my Soundtrap, with it then turning out shitty. The end of the track then ends with another Beavis and Butthead skit at the end of the song, with Mike Judge doing the voice acting. Fuchsia Butterflies has another shitty vocal performance from Kid Cudi and poorly executed lyrics, with a mid-executed instrumental. I think the instrumental for this song is just mid, as it goes really nowhere and sounds the same until 1 minute and 7 seconds, until the boring drum loop starts playing with Kid Cudi's shitty vocals recording over it, until 1 minute and 26 seconds, and I think the song could have had more potential with the background vocals coming into play for this particular track. Speeding Bullet to Heaven. I don't know why, but this song sent me down an emotional rabbit hole. And the reason why is because, knowing the situation I'm currently going through with my dog of 13 years passing away and my cat dying, and also getting broken up with, I think Kid Cudi's vocals on this song sound beautiful, and I think the guitars and drums on this track are beautiful too. Embers, in my opinion, has one of the most boring to nothing instrumentals on this project, with it going nowhere. I understand this is supposed to be a sad song, but I think it could have been processed a bit better. I think Kid Cudi sounds perfectly suited for this type of song, though, with the lyrics for this song being really, really good. Insides Out has a guitar tone similar to Summer by the Smashing Pumpkins, with it having a mellow, sad but chill type feeling added to it. Kid Cudi sounds fine on the song. It's not like world shocking, or I think it's fine. I understand what he was trying to do for this song, and I'd compare it to his vocal style for this song more notable to the post-grunge bands in the 2000s. I think that the slow motion voice thing at the end of the song wasn't really necessary though. Now, Speeding Bullet to Heaven acoustic demo. Now we're going on to some of the demos. It's just an acoustic to the song that I've heard prior before this track, but I find the acoustic version lack more emotion than the original. I can barely hear Kid Cudi's vocals over the instrumental because the guitar completely sound bites over it. I think that production could have been better for this track, and I feel overall that this song could be fixed in a way where it sounds better. Melting has an okay-ish 4 out of 10 instrumental, but I feel Kid Cudi's execution vocally is just okay. But overall, this track is a solid 2 out of 10 with it just going nowhere. Edge of the Earth, Post-Mortem Boredom, is exactly what it says in the title, a post-mortem boredom. Like, when I say this, I'm serious. I almost passed out to sleep listening to this song. Number 19, Judgmental Cunt. I actually think this is an overall fun track. Is it the greatest thing I've ever heard? No, but I think it is one of the best songs on this project. I really like the guitar bits in this project, as well as the screaming vocal style Kid Cudi proceeds with this on the song. Chance Chaos starts off with this weird high-pitched sample, Words can't really say how I describe this song because it's literally what the title describes is a chance chaos where I don't even understand what the fuck is happening. Angered Kids. I think this is one of the most annoying tracks on this album. The reason why I find this to be one of the most annoying tracks on this album is because of the background vocals that appear on the song when Kid Cudi is singing, yeah, 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 yeah. I appreciate the experimentation for this track, but everything on this track wise just feels okay. Overly deteriorating to my ears. Anomaly, rehearsal demo. A song I feel just okay on, with this song starting off with an annoying ass beeping sound that goes on for a whole 1 minute and 38 seconds. So almost half the song is taken away by this awful noise. I think the song gets somewhat exciting right after. I think it's one of the best hard cut songs with the drumming and guitar parts that Cudi decides to approach the song with, and as well as vocals go, I think it's just okay. Now, to the song that everyone, from what I've seen on the internet, this is the song that I've seen a lot of people shit on. The Return of Chip Douglas, the demo. If you know the meaning of this song, you'd realize it's intended to be a sad song, but Kid Cudi singing for this track is pretty fucking horrid. I really like the guitar instrumental for this track as I think it fits the meaning of the song that it's intended for. I think the overall best part of the song is just that it ends. The vocal style he chooses at 3 minutes and 56 seconds to 4 minutes and 8 seconds is one of the most annoying vocal styles I've ever heard someone approach an album, as it sounds like a dying crow mixed in with a dying fetus. Number 24, Trauma. I actually like this song. I think it's a really laid back grunge guitar instrumental with Kid Cudi approaching the song exceptionally well. I really don't have any complaints about this track at all. Number 25, Wait, Rehearsal Demo. It's probably one of the best demo tracks on this album. I think it has a really hard guitar instrumental and drum loop that has my head banging like I'm at an altar show. By the way, go listen to the music. I think Kid Cudi approaches the song pretty well with even a vocal tone that fits the track way better. Worth. Another one of those songs that has a really cool form of instrumentation with the bass guitar playing on the song. I think the mixing is chill and Kid Cudi's vocal approach to the instrumental is not too bad either. The drumming for this track is cool, too. The background vocals that appear around the 4-minute mark are really cool as well as Kid Cudi's screaming chops for this song I think are also really cool too. The score that I will give this project is a solid 3 out of 10. I think this project has some quips but needs to be improved on, but there are some elements in the tracks that I personally like. And the other reason why I give this album a 3 out of 10 is because I realized that Kid Cudi did go through a dark time in the proceeding of this album, so it kind of betters the score at least a little bit, because who knows what his thought process was in the middle of this album. And until next time, I'll see y'all. Bye.